Quick update on my global account as I transit from quest 29 up to quest 47, the highs and the lows in between it and the mistakes I made, and there were mistakes, but also the things I've learnt as well, and we can pass those on. Okay, let's jump into the video and we'll have a look at what I did. Hello and welcome, I'm Mystic, this is Mystical Gaming. We're back into Watcher of Realms and we are going over the Odyssey quests. I've done now from 29 up to 47 and I've hit another little wall there, so I thought we'd crack on and go through these. There are some of the quests that need a little bit of management and a little bit of a look at, so we'll have a look at those and see little quirks in them, and we'll see if there's any easier way through a lot of things. So let's jump into it. Quest 29 is the old beautiful collect 2 ancient artifacts. Now, I didn't rush through it, I just spent my time slowly getting these without any care in the world. Up to you if you want to blow all your stamina on it. If you want to, go for it. If you're not that bothered, do what I did, just take a leisurely stroll through it. When they turn up, they turn up. Now, there's nothing in this quest that says it has to be mythic ancient gear. You can quite happily do stage 17 and clear this out if you want to. I think the drop rates are better, but you're probably just going to ditch the gear anyway, so is it a waste of stamina? It's up to you. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. If you want to get gear that you're probably going to ditch but get it quickly, then probably stage 17. If you don't want to do that and just want to get gear that you'll actually possibly keep, don't worry, the game can chuck you some terrible rolls and terrible substats, we all know that. So there's no guarantee if you do on stage 19 or above, then you're going to get decent gear, but just so you're aware, that option is available for you. Quest 30, spend 1,000 stamina, it is what it is. You either blow it all or just use your daily quest up. Next one, 31, buy 10 items from the guild shop. Just buy the smaller items. If there's anything major you want, go for that, but generically you can just buy the smaller, cheaper items and get a quantity of 10 of them and you are good to go. Next one up, quest 32, clear stage 14 of Artifact Material Raid. I'm assuming most people have got that smashed out and done that already. Then after that is 33. And lastly, before I turn the camera back on, is clear stage 18, Gear Raid 1, and I'm imagining everyone's got that done, so that's not an issue. Then we're on to quest 35. So quest 35 is clear Gear Raid 2, level 12 or above, with marksman only. So, first thing we do is go to level 12. We can do level 21 if we want to, or attempt it, but I'm doing level 12 because it's level 12 or above. The next thing I'm doing is, if you've cleared it, or if you haven't cleared it, clear it once, just straight off the bat, with anything you like, any team you like, and then that way you can have Power of Dominance on. Now, Power of Dominance is going to give you a 30% boost to your stats, so that's a plus. Then clear off your heroes and select the heroes to go in. You just want to choose the marksman and then fill it up with all your best marksmen, and that will get you set, ready to go, making sure we've got Power of Dominance on. Now, the first thing I wanted to try out while I've done this is I'm selecting my first marksman and I'm going to put her over on the right hand side. It's a drill. Now, I do make sure that I miss one, so the first mob that comes past, we make sure we don't do enough damage to him, because I just want to check that we can do it without having, it doesn't say you have to 3-star it, so it doesn't say you have to kill all the mobs, it just says you have to do it. So you've actually got another 2 mobs I could lose. I end up not losing them, but essentially you don't need to clear them all. So make sure you've done make sure you select level 12, make sure that you've got Power of Dominance on. If you haven't, go and clear it one time with all your heroes that you normally do a run with. Make sure Power of Dominance is on, then go back, clear off your heroes, then select Power of Dominance on, and then you can go back in with just your marksman. Now, when you're putting your marksman down, make sure that you keep a couple back, because they will constantly take the damage when the boss arrives. So you will slowly whittle your team down, so you want to keep a couple back. You'll have plenty of coins there to put them down should you need to, but essentially that is pretty much the fight done and dusted, and you shouldn't really have too many problems with it. Now, once we've done that and we've cleared out the way, we can claim our reward for doing level quest 35, and we're on to quest 36. 36 is mythic artifacts. So when you're having a look at your gear, just make sure that you are looking at mythic artifacts and you're not getting it confused with anything else. Although for me, it was already ticked off and I could also claim it. So the next one available, Quest 37. Clear campaign, normal 9-1, and that's already done, so we tick that off without any issues whatsoever. Own 20 level 60 heroes. You know what you've got to do for that, get leveling them up. Next one is back to Faction Wars, or Faction Trials, so clear off your Faction Trials and you're done with Quest 39 and you are storming along. Quest 40. You had to complete the previous one to know what it was, but it is clear stage 15 in Artifact Material Raid and we tick that off. And the next one we're up to is Quest 41, which is clear Gold Raid Stage 6, campaign 7-8 within 60 seconds. One time. I hadn't done it, so I had to go back in there and redo it. A quick thing I noticed is the first time I attempted this, I put my heroes too far back. So I attacked them on the first square that they came out of their spawn point. I then, on my second turn around, pushed them all a little bit further forward so they were hitting the spawn point, and I saved myself from a 1 minute 7 second run or something like that, 1 minute 2 second run down to 50 seconds. So I saved myself on touch. I think it's about 17 seconds to save myself. So make sure that you push them all the way up. Now with that out of the way, we're on to the next quest and we are going to do the crit damage. So you find a champion who's got 300% crit damage or exceeds 300% crit damage, or you make one up. So in this instance I've made one up. We've got Estrid and we've searched our gear stuff for crit damage as a main stat, and then we've just put that gear on her, any stuff that we've got loafing around, and then afterwards we've searched for our left hand set, so we've just searched for anything that's got crit damage on it as a substat, and then we've chucked that on her as well. And then we've gone into campaign. Now there's no point in making this trickier for yourself than it has to be, so we've selected chapter 1 and we've gone to stage 1, normal 1-1, and we go in there and we will easily beat the fight. So just select your one champion. I'm looking for Estrid and we put her in and she can quite happily take care of everything. You can do this on a different level, you go ahead and absolutely fill your boots, but I like the idea of making my life as easy as possible, and this is the easiest campaign and this is as easy as my quest is going to get, so, or stage is going to get, I think. So there she is, smash through that, let's collect the reward and move swiftly on. So the next quest up, Quest 43, obtain 2 million XP. Now the easiest way to do that obviously is just to nip into the XP farm and farm away. It's not particularly hard, it's just a little time consuming and costs you some stamina. I have no great qualms of doing this quest at all, I'm happy just to knock it straight out. I'm going to use the XP at some point, so it's neither here nor there when I farm it up. This is just a convenient time, so I do it almost straight away. I just calculate the number of runs I need to do, I have a look at how much I get per run, I take 2 million, divide it by how much I get per run, know how many runs I've got to do, and then smash through it. Easy as that, or as easy as you'd like to think that is. But don't make the mistake I did, and I'll show you it. Here we go. So I've worked out that I need to do another 42 runs. So I boost up the stamina, I set my runs to 42, and I go off and do something else and let it farm away, knowing that I can come back later and just tick off the quest. That was the plan. I've checked my double XP is up and running and I've gone for the 42 quests, and I walk away quite happy in the knowledge that when I come back all is good. This is what happened. Partway through run number 7, leaving me another 35 runs to do, the XP turns off. The next 35 runs are done without double XP, which leaves me significantly short of the 2 million I expected and a little bit grumpy. I did check double XP was on, I did not check the time for how long it was on for, so don't be an idiot like me, make sure you check your time. Then you can do your runs happy in the knowledge that you will get all the XP you're expecting, and don't come back and go, well, why am I short? Anyway, once you've got your 2 million XP, jump on to the next quest. So now with my head hanging in shame and more stamina spent than I expected, I can claim the reward. Done. 44. Own 50 enhanced artifacts. So doesn't mention there that they have to be mythic, it's just any old level that you want. They do have to be enhanced. Now it ticked off automatically for me, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping that it wouldn't, so I could sort of have a play around with whether you just need to make them or whether you just need to have them at level 1 or something like that. I'm assuming it's level 1 and therefore they're enhanced and you've got 50 of them. That's my guess. But then you get level 1 as soon as you make it, so all a bit weird. I don't really know. But I didn't have a problem with it. It would be interesting to find out. So if you do know, then please let me know down in the comments below. That would be very helpful for future people going through. Thank you. So like I say, for me that ticked off quite happily, and then we're off to 45, and it is clear stages 16, gear raids 2 and 3. I'm assuming everyone's happy with that, and we move swiftly on. The next one is a bit of a weird one. It's clear 10 or eliminate 10,000 monsters. Now I ended up going to Tide to do this because Immortal Codec wasn't on. I assume Immortal Codec would be a quicker way to do it. I imagine, particularly if, I want to say Conqueror's on, one where they rush you a lot. I'm imagining that would be a very quick way for you to do it. Or you can just take your time and do it over a couple of days as you do your normal dailies. There's nothing really there to push you, really. You can take as long as you like. Now if you're pushing to do it as quickly as possible, you want to be aware that in 2 quests time, or is it, no, it's the next quest after this, then you have to launch 5 successful attacks in Guild Wars. So if you're in a break of Guild Wars, then there's no rush to do this. If your Guild Wars is about to end that day and you want to get your attacks in and you want to get it done out of the way, you might want to think, well actually I'm going to push on to get this out of the way as quickly as possible. So either way you do it, once you've got your 10,000 mobs eliminated, claim your reward, and you're on to 47. Now clear Tide 110. If you've done it, it's an automatic clear for you. If not, crack on with your Tide quests. You get some good rewards there. And then you are stuck at 47, or at least that's where I am stuck for now. I will not be launching my Guild War attacks for another couple of days. So that's a stop for me at 47. Now, what I will be doing on my next Guild War attack is I'm going to get up and make sure that I'm attacking right at the start so I can pick the 5 easiest people so I can smash this out of the way. Depending on your guild and what they're like, you may want to chat to the other people to say, I'm on this quest, or depending on your time zone, say I'm on this quest, can you leave me 5 easy attacks so I can get this out of the way of, please. So just a little prep for you so you know what you're doing. Alright, thank you very much for your time. I'll see you all in a video again soon, and happy gaming.